For this video, I solemnly promise I will hold back on the Hatsune Miku and by extension Black Rock Shooter jokes. If anything, I just want to forget about that one fight scene from the TV series. Anime can be weird. So after a little diversion last week, we continue with the team introductions with Kira Macro and Yukari Kotozume, a junior in high school who likely comes from a prestigious family, otherwise I don't know why there's a full freaking article in a magazine dedicated to just talking about how high this one high school girl's GPA is. Then again, I think her English skills were a little bit overpraised in this scene, and this is why you let Luca handle the English songs. Yeah, I said no Miku jokes, I didn't say anything about the other Vocaloids. She is, however, shown to be good with animals when she manages to pet some asshole cat with 3 stars on its head. Oh, does that mean he can be summoned from the deck by Rescue Cat? God, why is this card only playable in the OCG? Ichika also tries to pet the cat, but I don't think he cares for lolis. Still, Ichika persists in trying to tame the little furball because supposedly it brings good luck, even though it seems to be bringing the exact opposite to the poor girl, and she ends up running into Yukari as a result. They spend the afternoon together and eventually end up at a macaron shop, only to be turned away since they're selling out. However, much like Himari before her, Ichika invites Yukari to instead bake some with her. Of course, then her friends point out that macarons aren't exactly easy bake oven level treats, but Yukari shows that she's pretty darn good at mixing, mostly thanks to her training in Chado. We also see in this little flashback that from the beginning, people held high expectations towards her, which would explain a lot about her character. As when her macarons don't turn out the greatest, she immediately starts work on a new batch. This was all because Yukari was raised to be a bit of a perfectionist. She managed to hone her skills because of it, but it also led to her having a bit of a one-track mind. Thus, she didn't develop many social skills and tends to act distant toward everyone, but she did end up developing a really strong disdain towards failure apparently. Again, it's nice when the show is able to provide so much characterization with simple little scenes like these. Anyway, after her second botch batch, this time with cracked exteriors, Ichika holds Yukari back before she wastes any more of their ingredients. Didn't stop you guys from wasting a ton of ingredients last episode, but whatever. Ichika calms her down with a little speech that almost sets off my blatantly Yuri alarm, and fixes up one of Yukari's macarons the same way I fix up a cracked cheesecake. She makes a cute little animal-themed treat out of it, and you can guess where this is going. At this point, Ichika's the real Cube of this series. The first female monster of this season arrives, and I think this week she's based around a frog, though her pre-transformed state looks a lot like the Great Gazoo. And now all of a sudden I want to kill that little green bastard. Anyway, after seeing the shark jumping alien, monster frog devour the sparkliness out of her macarons, Yukari has next to no reaction. Yeah, honestly, I love how hilariously deadpan she is throughout this entire scene. Wait a minute, the story personality, the purple hair, the liking towards the pink character... Yukari's basically Mod Pie! Oh god, no wonder I like this character so much! Anyway, the 3 transform in front of Yukari because who gives a crap about secret identities, and they have a little fight, not involving any punches, and instead just throwing the monster around by its tongue. Again, I think a simple little punch would be a lot less painful. However, the monster is able to gain the upper hand because of that same tongue, thus the rescue cat joins in. Kira Macaron shows off her awesome design and unique fighting style. Again, taking elements from her animal motif, she acts like a cat and doesn't immediately strike at an enemy, but instead toys with it and makes it use up most of its energy. It actually leads to one of the more unique fights in Precure since it's not a full knockdown-filled slugfest. With the monster defeated, Yukari parts ways with Ichika since they go to different schools and everything, but I get the feeling we'll see a lot more of her soon enough. Overall, while not quite as tight or as dramatic as the previous characters, Yukari did provide us with a pretty entertaining little introduction episode. Yukari is ultimately an older sister character archetype, and thus she's not meant to face as many issues as her younger colleagues. Now, of course, that doesn't mean she has no issues or is incapable of learning from them, as shown in this episode, and I expect we'll see a lot more of her character develop as the series progresses, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to this year's All-Star movie that was previewed in place of this episode's opening. Whatever you may think of the Maho girls, you gotta admit, this fight looks pretty damn sweet. Also, if at all I sounded a little bit off during this review, I apologize. I'm just recovering from a really nasty flu. On the bright side though, it gave me a lot of time to play through my next video game review subject. I should have a script done for this little beauty soon enough. Until then though... Oh wait, I almost forgot. Akira appeared at the end of this episode and Uh-oh. Jeez, you set off the blatantly eerie alarm. Now I gotta go turn it off. I'll be back with my Super Robot Wars V review soon enough, and until then, farewell for now, my friends. Jeez.